Hey everyone, this is Ken, and today we're going to be doing a tutorial, guys, on a fully automatic storage system that's simple and survival friendly. Now let's jump right into it, guys. I'll explain everything. What we have here is the drop-off item chest, which you dump your items in, and you have a cool light indication that goes with it. Then you have the items that you want to get sorted out, all nicely placed, and you can make that any size. And if it doesn't get sorted out, it'll go right into that chest, and that light will go right on. Now, what we have here, guys, is a bunch of items. Now, we have 22 items in each one of these chests. So I'm going to take some power rails, some chicken, how about some diamonds while we're at it, and some cobblestone. Oh, yeah, cobblestone. Now, we have 22 of each. And we're going to dump it right into that chest. And you're going to notice the lights are going to go on. And they're all going to go right back to its original spot. Okay? Now, the light indication is completely optional. Now, you can see right away the items are starting to go in immediately. See? I'm just going to fast forward this just a little bit so we don't waste too much time. But the system works very smooth, guys. I mean, this thing just works beautifully smooth, and it's just a very simplistic way to get everything nice and organized. Now, say for example, you have an item that you accidentally put in the chest, or it's not part of the system at all. For example, we're going to use a sponge. It's not part of the list, but we're going to dump it in the chest, and you're going to see what happens. When you put it in there, it's all going to bypass the entire system and go directly into that chest, and that light's going to go on, letting you know there's something inside. See? Perfect. And this also comes with an overflow protection system, so nothing gets messed up if you max out. Now, we are using the new water mechanics and so forth to really optimize this design. Now, let's jump right into the build, guys. You will be making this in this exact format. Bear in mind, the right area could be any size you want. Just make sure that both ends are 4x8. So like I said earlier, guys, this is the part where you could really make this any size. But both ends, the input and the output of this, has to be 4 wide by 8 long. So just bear that in mind when you're setting this up. Now that we got that all cleared out, right over here, we're going to place 2 stairs and a few blocks on both sides, about 4 blocks in height. Another set of stairs, 1, 2, 3, and the straight 4th right there. See? Now we're going to replicate that on the other side as well. Add your stairs in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then some stairs right there. Another set of blocks and a few more just to kind of create this input and output section beautifully. Now the fun part, guys. We're going to go right over here to the sorting system of the items. So you can place your block right there, about 1 block in, and extend that all the way to the left. Right there. Then you're going to place a block right there at an angle, and of course extend that right across. Perfect. Then place a block there, delete that, and of course extend that right across nicely. You should have this kind of V shape. Then going forward, you're going to place a repeater going towards that block. Once you've done that, get your redstone torch and place it in front of that block like so, and of course extend that right across. Now I'm going very slow with this because I want to make sure you guys do this right. Alright, it has to be in this exact format. Now place the block there and 2 more right across, so you should have a total of 3 blocks like so in this exact format. And of course, guys, repeat this right across the board to each one. Fantastic. Now right on top, on the first block where the redstone torch is at, you're going to place a comparator going towards the back of this build. See how it's kind of facing that direction? And let me just turn these 2 off. Fantastic. And right on top, right across, guys, you're going to place a bunch of redstone and just cover this all up like so. Beautifully. Now you're going to place a hopper going towards the comparator. And once you've done that, you should have this look. Now take your time, guys. I tend to get a lot of people that tend to mess up on this part, so I want to make sure you guys do it correctly. Now place a block there and place a large chest and delete that block. And of course, we're going to repeat this right across. Beautiful. Now you're going to place a hopper going towards each chest in this pattern. Now let's go review everything, guys. We should have a hopper facing the chest on the bottom and the hopper on top facing the comparators. Now we're going to place a chest right there and extend it forward and one right underneath it. Now once you've done that, guys, once again, and it's all repetition, just repeat the same thing right across the board. You should have this look. And right behind it, you're going to place a hopper going towards each chest. And of course, you have that one block of space to make sure that the redstone torch does not affect or lock any of these hoppers. And once again, guys, keep repeating. Alright, now we got that big part done. We're going to go right up here and place some stairs right across the board. Now, the reason why we're using stair, guys, because this is a transparent block and it will not affect you opening or closing the chest itself. If you use a solid block, it's going to mess up the whole thing. Right there, delete that. And you're going to place a solid block on top of it now. And just connect that with the rest to make a nice frame for the front part of this. So it could just look great. You see? See, I'm opening up these chests and nothing's happening. It just kind of works very smoothly. That's the kind of effect you want. Now we're going to go right over here, guys. This is going to be the input area. So you're going to go to the left here. Go 1, 2, and 3. Place a dropper facing forward towards you. You see? And 2 hoppers like so. Going towards the dropper. I'm going to place a block right there. And a large chest right on top. Perfect. Now, once you've done that, place a block on the back and on the side of the dropper. Then you'll place a comparator going forward. And make sure the comparator is on subtract mode. Then a block in front of it, a block at an angle, some redstone dust in front of that block, a repeater going forward towards that block, and make sure it's on 2 ticks. It's very important. And 2 pieces of redstone dust. Perfect. Now, if you guys want the light indication, you're going to delete that, place your redstone lamp, add a repeater right there, and 1 piece of redstone dust, and there you have it, guys. That's as complicated as it gets. Like I said, the light indication is optional. Now, you're going to go to the other side to if any items don't get sorted out, and you're going to place 2 blocks on the bottom here, and a large chest on top of it. And this is in case any items don't get sorted out, or whatever the case is, didn't go through. Then a hopper right behind it, a chest right on top of it, just to kind of conserve on the hoppers, another hopper on top, 1 on the side behind it, and 1 on the side right there to kind of create this kind of L shape, like so. Perfect. Then place your block right next to that hopper, guys. And we're going to create the light indication system. Once again, it's optional. Now place a comparator right there so it can pick up the signal from the chest. Some redstone dust there on the floor with a block on top of it. And that redstone dust is going to power the block where the comparator is at. So you want to add a repeater so that it can pick up the signal. And you're going to add 2 pieces of redstone dust going forward with a block in front of that repeater. Now delete the block on top. Place your redstone lamp right there, guys, and there you have it. It's completely symmetrical on both sides and it works beautifully. And what I like to do, which I'm very big on, is covering up the redstone. So place a few blocks on the side here And this is optional. I love to add glowstone. Add it right on top of the chest, guys, and you can see that everything is covered up and it just looks clean. Now let's go back to the input side. We're not done with that yet. Now over here in this dropper, you will need 1 piece of soul sand. And you're going to add about 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks of glass. And on the side here, add another 5 going upwards. And right there as well. See? Now parallel to the bottom here, right there, add 2 pieces of packed ice. Make sure it's packed ice, guys, so that it doesn't melt. And that's also going to send the items through quickly. And you're going to place a few blocks of glass right there as well. Now, once you have this set up, go right on top of this, right in the center here. And you're going to need a few buckets of water. You're going to place 1 source there, there, and there on each one, because you want to have this bubble effect. You want to make sure that the items shoot up. Now, place 1 piece of glass or 2 right there, because trust me, these things will shoot extremely high up if you don't have a little roof to cover it. Now, you will make this kind of C shape with the ice. And you're going to place your glass there. And this is very important, guys. And make sure you add 3 pieces of cake. Or cakes right across. And that's going to set it up so that it glides between the ice and the hoppers beautifully. And a straight row of packed ice till you get to the end. See? It's really coming together. Now on top of the hoppers, place the glass panes right across the board. Until you get to the actual cake. Perfect. Now place 2 pieces of glass right there, 1 in the center here. And right there, the spacing. You know what? We're going to extend the wall straight up and just kind of add this right across. You know, we want this to look nice and look flush. And we're going to continue with the glass and extend that all the way up to the back end. Perfect. Add a few more right here and add your glass pane right there. And see? So that everything looks perfectly synced and nice. Now this is extremely important, guys. Add your last bucket of water right here going upwards. And that's going to curve towards it. Remember, it has a core curve so that it's hitting the actual cakes. So that it could glide, believe it or not, between the hopper, the cake, and that ice. You see, like right in the middle there's a spacing that is going to glide over. Now you're going to put a trapdoor right there, another water source. It's going to extend that forward, a trapdoor, and another piece of water source going forward. And trust me, the ice is going to make this glide so fast. And make sure it's packed ice, because otherwise the ice will melt with different light levels. Regular ice will. Now, just like we did previously, we want to cover this up, but we don't want none of the rest of them to show. So, you know, replace a few of the blocks if you need to. Cover this up, make this look amazing, guys. I like to cover that up, add the glowstone right on top of it, just to give that extra lighting. And once you look in the front, it's going to look so flush and perfect. Now the sorting system itself, guys, we're going to jump right into it and I'm going to really explain how this works. Now the reason we use the anvil is to add that extra bit of security. Now when I mean security, guys, you see dirt? Now once we rename it, I'm going to put 1, 2, 3. It is now considered 1, 2, 3, not dirt. As weird as that sounds, that's what it is. It's 1, 2, 3 and it's not dirt. And I'm going to show you what I mean when I say that. Now, I created a little hopper line, a little demonstration here to kind of give you an example. The first hopper, we're going to put the renamed 1, 2, 3. And on the last one, we're going to put dirt. Okay? That's dirt. This is 1, 2, 3, even though it looks like dirt, but it's now renamed 1, 2, 3. Now, say for example, somebody accidentally puts dirt in your system. That will mess up the entire sorting system and defeat the whole purpose of the overflow protection. Right? Now you would think it's going to go on 1, 2, 3, but it doesn't. It bypasses it completely because it got renamed and it's going straight directly into the other hopper. You see? That's why it's so important to rename use the anvil just to rename the coding part of this whole system. So I hope that kind of explained everything. Now, once you get over here, go to the hopper facing the comparator. Put on the last 4 slots your renamed dirt, or 1, 2, 3 in this case, and you generally need about 41 blocks of whatever you're going to put in on each first slot. And you're going to do that to each one. Now, don't worry about the cakes, guys. The cakes will not prevent you from sorting out your items. And I'm going to show you for how. The first slice has a cobblestone that we set up, and you're going to see that it's going towards that first hopper. Now, believe it or not, it hits the cake, and because the cake is smaller, it glides right between the ice and the hopper, and because that's not a full block, it goes directly into the hopper. As weird as that sounds. See how everything's getting sorted out perfectly? So don't worry. I am doing this on 1.14, and at this point, guys, it's redecorated and make it look to your style. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching. Remember to please leave a comment and to click that subscribe button if you want to join. Thank you.